College Street. If you want to flip your insurance needs, give David a call at 734-0645. Captains for Mercer County and Simon Kenton made their way out to midfield for the coin toss. Mercer County tonight in the blue jerseys, red numbers trimmed in white with white pants trimmed in red and blue sides and the blue Mercer County helmets. Simon Kenton is in the white jerseys, blue numbers, black pants, and their chrome helmets, I believe it is. White helmets. White helmets with the blue numbers on the back.
According to the guys in the booth next door who were trying to identify Simon Kenton's roster, that's actually royal blue, a dark royal blue.
Dark royal blue?
Either way, it's hot.
It looks black to me.
It looks black from up here, doesn't it? Beautiful view from up here.
Don't ask Todd. He can't figure out the colors. But, all right, who we got for Mercer captains tonight?
Looks like we've got Landon Yates, number 18, number 55, Rodriguez, number 51, Gage Bennett, and number 2, Cameron Bottoms are our captains for Mercer tonight. Looks like Mercer has elected to receive. So I don't know if Simon Kenton won the toss and deferred to the second half, but we'll have to check on that.
Yeah, I couldn't see for sure there.
Yeah, I didn't see him give a signal, so I know Mercer, typically you'll see that, they'll go to the side that won and then give a signal of deference and then go to the other side. And so we didn't see that, so hopefully that means Mercer won the toss. And either way, they're going to open this one up offensively.
All right. Corey just gave us a word that we are now live on the Facebook page as well as YouTube. So you can check out the game tonight as getting ready a couple of minutes away here from kickoff as Simon Kenton takes the field. Mercer County has already come out. Titans will take the kickoff here from the coin toss. Mercer County is the home team here tonight. Simon Kenton the away team. As
Todd, you're going to have to tell me what happens from the 30 over on the south end, okay?
Well, I've
got you covered on this side of the 50, brother.
Got a little visor taped up on the window right now blocking this sun. It is one that's bearing down and causing a lot more heat when you sit in it, but it's making it hard to see too.
All right, let's take our final break. We'll send it back to the studio. We'll come back with the kickoff here. Let's return back in 2 minutes on your hometown radio network.
Dealmaker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado, 2500 Crew Cab LT Z71 4x4 for only $579 per month for 36 months. $6170 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. Ultra-low mileage lease. VIN 272061. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Are you looking for a pharmacy that does more than just hand you a prescription in a paper bag? A pharmacist who knows you and your family members on a first-name basis? Thompson's Pharmacy is a family and locally owned independent pharmacy that provide exactly that every day. Thompson's Pharmacy will deliver, package your medicine, and to assist you more, they have a clinic available in the store. Open weekdays 9 till 7 and Saturdays 9 to noon. Thompson's Pharmacy in Harrodsburg, North College Street.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
This is how we do it. This Saturday, we're going to play Kentucky football. Football is back, and the Cats are going bird hunting to kick off the season. Southern Miss Golden Eagles and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
All right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM D105.
All right, welcome back. Ready for kickoff here. Kickoff is brought to you by the Barbershop, Darren Ransel and his staff. Get your great hairstyles at the Barbershop. Give them a call at 265-1477 or visit the Barbershop team in Harrodsburg on North Lane Street in the Minute Mart Shopping Center.
I love the flag. The Woodford County Fire Department has a ladder truck out here. It's got a flag. It's about a 10 by 20 flag overlooking the south end zone. Beautiful.
All right, to kick it off for Simon Kenton, number 88, Jackson Kellerman, senior. Back deep for the Titans, Boffman, Drakeford, and Saylor for Mercer County as the ball falls off the tee. Tee it up once again.
With no wind, it must have been caused by the heat.
It looks like there's a little bit of a breeze blowing down there. The
flag's blowing pretty
stiff.
It's not up here, okay?
No, it is not.
All right, left-footed kicker kicks it high and short over on the far side, fielded by Saylor. Drops the ball. It's loose on the ground, and it's recovered by Simon Kenton at the 26-yard line.
Tough there. He just didn't get his arms underneath to cradle the ball and squirted right through. Again, with this turf, it takes some weird bounces. Simon Kenton able to recover it right before it went out of bounds.
Number 2, Brady Lee at quarterback.
Yeah, we get a whistle on the first play.
That'll be a procedure call.
Guys, the other thing that Craig said earlier today was that you'll see a lot of motion. They'll use those slot backs to come across the formation and try and loosen up or see what kind of movement defensively Mercer makes. Slot left, split right.
Quick toss as he's going to lob it out for his running back coming out of the backfield, Turner, and he kind of took his eyes off of it. Falls incomplete at the 25.
Just a little flare route out of the backfield there, and he laid it up nice and soft. If any sign of an outside linebacker there, he's sitting in the end zone. So
tight right, trips left.
2nd, 15. Here's quick toss out high, but caught out here by the receiver. He's got some blockers, makes one move. A nice tackle for Mercer County there by Boffman to stop him at the 32.
Ball was received by Grayson Harris, number 10. 9 catches for 189 yards, 2 TDs last week. He's their favorite.
Big play here for Mercer defense.
Trips right, flex left.
3rd and 15. Lee rolls out to his right, throws on the run, pass caught inside the 20 and tackled at the 19. I believe he's short of the first down. Pass once again, Dan, caught by number 10, Harris.
Yeah, he ran just about a 12-yard square in route. Sat down in that window, and Brady Lee was able to find him.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1.
Trips left, split right. Shotgun, one back.
Lee, and he's going to keep it. Slices up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, has the first down to the 16-yard line. It's kind of hard to find the angle, Dan.
Yeah, it is. It'll be all right.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Trips left. Split right. Setback is split really wide to the right.
This time he gives it off to Turner coming around the left side, cuts it up and hit at the 15. Nice pursuit there by the Mercer defense led by number 18, Landon Yates, first in on the tackle.
Gage Bennett also in on that tackle. They're in NASCAR right now. They're in a hurry-up offense. Trips right, split left.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9. Lee looks to throw, pressure, and he is going to be wrapped up and taken down for a sack back at the 25.
Another nice play by the Mercer defense.
You see the number
that's
there.
56. That's J.J. Goodman.
Yes, sir. Yep.
He's your starting D tackle on that side.
Loss of 10.
Nice penetration.
Another big third down here for the Titan defense. Third and let's call it 20.
Trips right, split left.
Lee rolls to his right, looking, and now he's going to have to tuck it and run inside the 25 to the 20, and he gets tackled right about the 19, and it's going to be 4th and about 12, looks like.
You know, he had a lot of grass that time, but the Mercer defenders did a really nice job coming off the receivers and coming up really quick, and the outside linebacker on the play that time for Mercer County did a nice job.
They're going for it once again.
Slot left, split right.
Lee rolls to his left this time. Now he's going to cut it back up the middle of the field. He's going to be wrapped up at the 15. Falls forward maybe to the 14, but well short of the first down. And the Mercer defense, guys, big-time stop right there.
Yeah, it was, and it all started with one with the penalty, but then the sack by J.J. Goodman put them 10 yards deep in their own territory, or inside the red zone, or took them out of the red zone.
So Mercer, after a fumble on the opening kickoff, able to survive. Defense holds. Titans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Pistol formation. Twins left, split right.
Drakeford gives to Boffman, and Boffman is hit deep in the backfield. Stood up number 34 for Simon Kenton, Braden Schoborg. And it's tackle for the loss back to the, let's call it the 13.
Big Deals online store is now open. Save money on gift certificates to local businesses. Check out the discounts at our website, hometownlive.net. Big Deals online store. Trips right, split left. Trips is to the wide side of the field. Shotgun, one back. We got a question here by the left side of the offensive line. Seem to have that corrected.
And it looked like Simon Kent might have jumped.
He sure did.
And he is looking to run up the middle. It gets maybe back up to the 15.
I don't see a flag anywhere, but we sure saw that left D guard for Simon Kenton take off a little early.
Picks up maybe 2 back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. No score here. 8 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter on your Thompson Service Center scoreboard. 3rd down and 10 facing the Titans.
Well, guys, we talked about mistakes, and one of the things that Mercer struggled with last week was the snap from the center to, and shotgun, and so far right now it looks very crisp.
2-by-2 formation. Receivers are stacked to both sides.
Drakeford, quick toss out. It's going to be caught at the 20 and
nice play.
Pushed out of bounds up close to the 24. It's going to be, I think, short of the first. Well, they're going to spot him maybe right on the 25. No, 24 is the spot. So 4th and 1. And wow, big call here.
Yeah, it is.
Mercer County.
They may try to draw them off sides.
Keeps the offense out there. 4th down and 1.
Twins left, split
Drakeford
right.
takes the snap, gives it to Boffman.
Penalty.
And a flag comes in from the back judge. Going to get a procedure call against the Titans, looks like.
Yep. I'll have to kick it away now. But from the look of the play that they were running there, opportunity was there to pick up the first down. But
it sure looked like it from the angle it was going. Penalty against Mercer, marks it off 5 yards. Takes it back to the 19-yard line. It'll be 4th and 6. And punt team is in for the Titans. Number 14, Daniel Butler on to punt for Mercer County. It's away a high kick.
Nice.
Fair catch called for, but he could not get to it, and it takes a terrific Mercer bounce way down Simon Kenton's territory, and it's going to get down at the 18-yard line.
That is a huge kick. And, guys, I don't know if you noticed it, but the guy that made that catch down here for Mercer County was number 14, Daniel Butler. And the play after that, he did a wonderful job stalk blocking over here as well. So he's rotated. He's an athlete. He's rotated into the receiving corps.
57-yard punt for Butler. And again, nice roll.
If you look at the big American flag hanging off the ladder of the fire truck, the wind's blowing that way, so he got it up in the jet stream, and it took off, and the guy signaled for a fair catch, but he couldn't get over there in time to it, and it took a great bounce. So 1st and 10, Simon Kenton for own 18.
Twins right, split left, shotgun one back. There is
handoff to Turner, and Mercer's in the backfield, and they stand him up. Nice job in there. 64 for the Titans is the first person. That's Samuel Horn.
It's going to be a loss of about a yard and a half.
I think the key here is getting to that quarterback much sooner so he doesn't have time to roam around there.
Lee drops back, straight in the pocket. Pressure coming,
and
hit as he throws. He's got a receiver out there, jump ball.
Oh, wow.
And it is going to be caught, I do believe.
Wow.
Drakeford was trying to close on him, but what a catch there by number 1. That is Tyson Weaver. And Lee took a shot right as he let it go, but catch at the Mercer 44. Here's a handoff. Turner breaks the tackle up the middle, down inside the 40, tackled at the 37.
Mercer defense has got to hurry up and get set.
Yeah, Simon Kenton wanted to do this up-tempo offense. They're lined back up once again quickly.
Wide trips right.
Fakes the handoff. Lee throws out to the flat, caught by Weaver. Makes one-man miss down the sideline inside the 25, and he's going to be stepping out at the 21, looks like. Another first down for the Pioneers. Pushed out at the Mercer County 21. No score here, 6:11 to go in the opening quarter on your Thompson Service Center scoreboard. Lee's going to keep it, gets behind his big blocker, runs up the middle, breaks the tackle, cuts back up and inside the 15, down close to the 11-yard line, and another first down. Yeah, they're moving the chains. Another first down.
Nice block by the tight end for the Pioneers that time. Number 7, Kyle King, turned out our defensive tackle, and the quarterback just got up and inside.
We got a timeout. Well, maybe not. Coach East walking out towards the defense, and they were walking over.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but no timeout called.
Trips left, tight right.
First and goal at the 10, gives it to Turner. Turner dives right into the middle of the pile and stood up there nicely by the Titans. Again, 64, Sam Horn. Right in the middle of that, as well as number 51, Gage Bennett. Give him maybe a yard on the play. Second and goal.
3 receivers to the wide side.
Lee, quick toss, wide open. Nobody even covered. Number 1, Tyson Weaver in the slot, was uncovered, and he just went forward straight into the end zone for the touchdown. Go down as a 9-yard touchdown pass, Weaver, and here is Simon Kenton lining up. Weaver's going to take the snap, and he rolls out and throws it to the far side, and again, no receiver covered over there, and they complete the 2-point conversion on the pass. Caught by Harris. They line up in that swinging gate where the line is all to the left, and Weaver, the receiver, was in the quarterback position. Mercer didn't cover anybody, and they score and capitalize. Thompson Service Center scoreboard, 5:29 go first quarter. It's Simon Kenton 8, Mercer County 0. Back in 1 minute on your hometown radio network.
Anvil's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Make this the summer event at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 25 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $189 per month for 36 months. $81.48 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 7,500 miles per year. Stock C25020. Must have lease loyalty. Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Great. See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes. For the same price as way up here, great seats. right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
All right, welcome back here to Woodford County Falling Springs Sports Complex, home of the Vallozzi Bowl. And it is 5:29 left to go here in the opening quarter as Simon Kenton scores. And it looks like, teams are heading to the locker room, and we are now being told there's a 30-minute lightning delay. So, time is now 6:32. Score is Simon Kenton 8, Mercer County 0 with 5:29 to go here in the opening quarter. Guys, we'll send it back to the studio. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll give you a call and make some plans on what we're going to do. Listening to Mercer County football on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM. Back to the studio for a 3-minute break on your hometown radio network.
Dunn's Barbecue and located in Harrisburg, Kentucky. Here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork. All sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Dunn's Catering and Barbecue. 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, like Uncle Herb always used to say.
It's not barbecue until it's done.
KSR, Kentucky Sports Radio, where you never know what you'll get.
There's hoops, there's shenanigans, there's rigmarole.
With Matt Jones.
Pay me!
All done for the love of sports.
We're an hour and a half into the show. Maybe we should talk about something having to do with sports.
Don't miss a minute of Kentucky Sports Radio.
I say that way. I don't want people to get their hopes up.
Kentucky Sports Radio.
It's kind of funny.
Hey, this is Ryan Lemon. Join me and Matt for KSR 10 to noon on WHIR AM 1230.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Honk your horn for Papa John's newest deal, because it's an extra-large New York-style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. That's one big deal for one big pizza. It all starts with Papa John's original fresh, never-frozen dough, hand-stretched thinner to make 8 extra-large slices with your favorite mouth-watering topping. So hold that slice and fold that slice like a New Yorker. We all know bigger is better when it comes to pizza, so get more for your money with the extra-large New York-style one-topping pizza for $10.99. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's in Danville and Harrisburg. Harrisburg Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto center providing a wide range of tire and auto care services. They provide customers with tires of all brands and sizes. Harrisburg Tire and Automotive can accommodate vehicles from small cars to dually trucks. They offer a lot of auto maintenance services, including brakes, front-end work, alignments, engine repairs, computer diagnostics, tune-ups, oil changes, and so much more. North College Street next to Napa. Give them a call, 734-4563, 734-4563 for Harrisburg Tire.
All right, welcome back as we are back here at the Falling Springs Sports Complex, the press box, currently in the middle of a lightning delay. So first game here tonight, Simon Kenton and Mercer County underway, and Simon Kenton on top 8-0. And but some weather issues last year, guys, kind of bringing back old memories when we were up here last year, didn't it?
Yeah, never even got to kickoff for the last year, and ended up having to move it to Saturday. And Simon Kenton and Woodford County were supposed to face off in the second game. They had planned on getting through the delay and the weather and maybe an 8:30 start time, and never did get the kickoff, and they weren't able to work that game out on Saturday or a reschedule. So just never played it. So both schools were one game short last year.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when that happens.
Well, hopefully during this delay, we can get some things straightened out. I mean, there's just no way to leave a guy uncovered like that. You know, they're up-tempo, they're in that NASCAR pace, and even on extra points, you know, that's the reason that swing and gate, that's the reason people use that. They're looking to see if there is a mistake out there somewhere where they can dump the ball off, but we didn't even cover this guy. I mean, he was just out there in space all by himself. But anyway, that'll get fixed, I'm sure. And just some other minor things. You know, the quarterback is pretty elusive. He is their number one rusher, and but he has a lot of time. They're running a lot of vertical routes. They'll drag one or two underneath, and but when he rolls especially, he's looking for cutback lanes. And we all know that the cutback against the secondary that's rolling to one side is very dangerous, and for us to redirect and get there, it's difficult. So you got to have your head on a swivel, regardless of your position in the secondary.
Yeah, and Mercer's had some success defensively. They've gotten a lot more pressure on the ball on the quarterback this week, starting out so far. And when they don't get that and they've got that time, then that's where you see, you know, that when he's got time to pick you apart back there.
Well, we were able to locate Mr. John Rabinowitz. If one of you guys would give me their phones there real quick.
This is Julian Vallozzi.
This is Gary Vallozzi. Well, come on in here, gentlemen. Let's just jump on the air.
Hey, we got the camera right here, Coach.
All right. Welcome, gentlemen. I have John Rabinowitz.
Yes.
Julian Vallozzi.
So I guess that's your restaurant then.
It is.
Well, we had the pleasure, you know, we had a rain delay last year. In fact, the game was called, and you guys came to Mercer County to play over in Harrodsburg.
We did. It was hot there. I remember that.
But we did an interview with you there. The guy did a wonderful job. You got him on payroll.
Listen,
I'm telling
he doesn't pay me enough, though. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but he told us all about the restaurant, about the history, about the bank, and all that good stuff. Tell us some more about it. How's it been? How's the year been for you guys?
It's been great. So we're entering our second year. We'll have our 1 year anniversary in about 2 weeks. And we just absolutely love it. We're happy with it.
Now, wait a minute. I don't see any pasta up here.
We ate it all.
You know who ate it all, actually? These football players.
Awesome. So, as a sponsor, I know you know Dennis Johnson very well. He speaks highly of you guys. That's a great marriage and personalities. But tell us about your sponsorship of this bowl.
So, I would tell you that a couple years ago, my family have now lived in Woodford County for 10 Is that better? There we go.
Now
Sorry.
I hear you.
So my family's lived in Woodford County for almost 10 years now. And we're a big football family, but ironically enough, I have 3 daughters. But I played college football. My wife's dad played for the Gators and was a huge football guy. And my brother-in-law played for Villanova. And we really believed that football taught, we had this, we called it the DOS system, discipline, obedience, servitude.
Amen.
And it really taught you everything about life.
Yep.
And my father-in-law passed away a few years ago, and we knew how much he coached high school kids, and they went into college and they changed their life. And so we thought, how could we honor him? And so we just knew how much it meant to him to give back to communities and to give these football players an outlet to be successful and to understand how this game can transform your life. And even this day, I'm the chief operating officer of Morgan & Morgan globally. And you know what? Every day when I get a challenge or if it's something tough, I always think to myself, if Alabama offers, you say yes. And you take on the challenge and you use the skills that you learned in football to be successful.
Absolutely.
So we saw an opportunity here. Julian came into town, and we partnered with Julian to open Vallozzi's. And Julian played football at Villanova.
Okay.
And so we know each other because my brother-in-law, who also is put money in to co-sponsor this, is a big believer in this as well. And they were roommates. And so Julian and myself decided 2 years ago, let's do this in honor of Mr. Malone, who passed away. And we love Dennis.
Absolutely.
And I have
Wonderful
3 daughters
family.
that play volleyball at Woodford County. So they give me grief by doing too much for football, not enough for volleyball. I said I'll do it any time, but but we're so honored. We're lucky to have Mercer County here. By the way, last year was so much fun.
It really was. That Saturday afternoon game, I mean, it was just perfect. I felt like a little college game,
And so I'll tell you, you should see the swag we have this year. We went with the colors of the teams.
Okay.
And listen, I told Dennis I was a little nervous about the trophies he picked out this year, the barrelheads. I was like, I don't know how they're going to think about it, but it's cool. And then I don't know if you saw this. We did turnover chains for each team this year. It's pretty funny. So we wanted the kids to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And we want them to come back.
They'll always remember.
110%.
Yeah.
And the game meant so much to me, meant so much to Julian, and really can transform your life if you think about what it teaches you. I mean, they're going to be their best friends for life, memories for life. And so we're blessed to have this opportunity and blessed to sponsor games like this.
Okay, so let's dive into the restaurant.
Okay.
This obviously wasn't your first Vallozzi's, correct?
It's our third location.
And the other two are?
One in downtown Pittsburgh and one in a suburb called Greensburg of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
so
that's why we got the Steeler color kind of thing here
going
on, maybe.
We had no choice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Gold. So we.
Do you remember the catch?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, which one? We've had a few historic.
The only one.
I do.
Favorite players?
My favorite all-time player is actually Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Favorite current player? I don't know. I like.
I'm talking about Steelers only.
Steelers only. My favorite would be.
What about the guy that just gave your pizza review? A great.
TJ Watt. TJ Watt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, TJ Watt's a fan of our pizza.
Rocky Blyer.
Rocky Blyer's a good customer, a good man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing
a lot
story.
of history. Yeah. The old players were they still come in a lot. The era of Lynn Swan and those guys still come in a lot.
88.
Franco Harris was a great
32.
customer, great person.
Yeah, it's Franco's catch that I was referring to, and Terry Bradshaw, what a career.
Oh.
And then what a career is just a good guy and a comedian. This guy is funny. I mean, he's genuinely just funny.
Yeah, he's good in movies and
So
everything.
how'd you get into the restaurant business in the begining?
In the beginning, it's my family. My grandmother started the restaurants in the 1950s.
Now, we're talking real Italian.
Real Italian, yeah. So she actually started in food service. She made pasta, sold it to restaurants, and then she started a little takeout place. And my dad got involved, and then I went to college, went to Villanova, moved to Manhattan after, and I actually worked in sales. I was selling 2 restaurants, and just always had it in my blood. I always had a calling for it and a passion for it.
Wyver Sales.
This gentleman
Kentucky.
right here.
Family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That works.
I was here for the funeral actually, and John had just bought the building that we're in.
Right.
And we started talking about it, and fast forward a couple months, and we were partnering up to do it together.
So what's the past 365 days been like from a business standpoint?
Ups and downs, but it's good. We're figuring out our cycles. We're entering the fall now, race season, and horse sales. It'll be crazy starting really next week after Labor Day. So generally, it's good. We're happy with it, and happy we made the decision to come here.
It's the toughest business there is.
It's pretty funny. Like, I have no background. I have no business owning a restaurant. Let's be very clear. I'm blessed that I have Julian with me.
You're the taste tester, right?
Yeah, listen, that would be ideal for me. I love it.
Yeah.
It's but Julian said, you got to get prepared. The J months are tough. And he was right, because a lot of people are out of town or do the holidays. Well, in January, everybody's on a diet.
Yeah.
They, believe it or not, won't come to pasta.
That's right.
But we've kind of learned, and we've grown with it. We knew that we're going to do fine Thursday through the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to capture on the weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, locals.
Mm-hmm.
So and we don't want to be considered only a special event restaurant. Like, we are, but like, we do much more. And we're very affordable. We're family friendly. And so we're doing everything we can to, we're going to have a patio menu. We have a new midday menu. And we have about everything you can imagine. And so, like, we're really excited because there's nothing like us. And by the way, the governor loves us. We have a person here that you should talk to, Walker Montgomery.
Okay.
Country music star. So, like, he loves us.
Nice.
I make him be our unpaid spokesperson, but he's a good friend. But we're just really excited to bring people in from Mercer County, from Fayette, from Woodford, and we're just drawn from everywhere because, by the way, this town and this city is blowing up. Mm-hmm. New distilleries, new racetracks. Yeah. It's great.
It's crazy. And, when you see the name Vallozzi, it kind of tells, what is it? It gets their attention. I'm not saying that because it's your last name, but you're thinking, okay, that's Italian. What's Italian about it? Yep. It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
And then they start looking you up and Googling and trying to find out who you are and what you are and what goes on there and so forth. But, So is this patio thing something new?
It is. So we have an area out back. We have two dining patios, and then we have a big flat surface area in the back that we, in the next week or so, have a patio menu with, again, more casual. We want people to bring their kids and sit outside,
Nice.
and we have a fire pit. So we really want to make it a community space that people, like John was mentioning, feel comfortable coming day to day and have a pizza and a beer and, just be a little bit more casual.
All right. So the pizza, they got their options, I'm sure, but is it deep dish?
It's our own style. Myself and my dad are the only two people that know the recipe to make the dough, and it's a very unique. It's almost like a pastry crust. It's very thin, crispy, and it has layers. It's really not just because it's mine. I'm obviously biased, but it's a really unique, special product. It's hard to drive the pizza down here every couple months because we're the only people that make it. Myself and my dad. But that history and that. The secrecy, I guess I would say, is part of the story, and
it's great. Except as an owner and business partner, I said to Julian, I go, you understand, like this worries us. I'm not sure it's a sustainable model with only two people knowing how to make the crust. So no,
it's in a vault somewhere.
Yeah,
you're in a bank.
I know.
It's
great.
all up here.
Yes,
that's amazing. Truly amazing. So, anything special about the sauce on the pizza?
So, at grandma's recipe sauce. So, pretty traditional, fresh tomatoes, some fresh herbs, nice clean sauce. That's how my grandma made everything very clean and simple, and we've stuck to that tradition.
Right. So are there any newer style combinations that you offer? Or I'm sure people can order whatever they want on it and so forth.
Absolutely, yeah. So we do it. It is this, the pizza's, because of its uniqueness, it really can lend itself to doing anything on it. So we could put seafood on it. We have a steak pizza on the menu right now.
Okay.
We have a vegetarian spinach pizza. So it really it can handle really any ingredient that you put on top of it because of its profile.
This is family business and so forth. Traditionally, the salads are very simple, and I know sometimes the consumer really doesn't understand that. I mean, my wife and I were in New York one time, and we got a salad. We're thinking it's going to be full-blown madness. It's just a little head lettuce and a couple of tomatoes on it, and some nice olive oil and red wine vinegar.
Sure, yeah, and that's the Italian
you probably
tradition.
have several variances on that as well.
We do, yeah. We have 3 or 4 salads right now. Some are a little more complicated, but I'll tell you the ones that sell the most are the simple, understandable dishes.
Is there a secret in the sauce?
In the spaghetti sauce?
No, in the pizza sauce.
In the pizza sauce. Yeah. There is a secret ingredient in there, too.
Okay, I thought it's got to be in the vault, too.
I know. To your point, we have had it. So, I mean, listen, Vallozzi's been open 50-plus years in Pittsburgh, and so we're their first real venture out of state. Mm-hmm. And no matter where you go, even though we're only 6 hours away, you still have to learn the community, and you have to learn what sells and doesn't sell. So we have actually, to their credit, have really spent the last year figuring out, okay, this works, this doesn't work, this is what we're hearing people want. And you started that lasagna night on Tuesdays, which has been a huge hit for people because if you've been to Italy before, probably lasagna is not there all the time.
Yeah. And
they're traditional. So they're like, we don't have lasagna. Are you kidding me? So now we have it.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's part of the business. There's only so much. You have to eliminate pride from it and do what your customer's asking, or there's no point in doing it.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy. Well, you guys have done an amazing job.
We appreciate it.
And to be able to do things like this and sponsor games and bring people together, that's fantastic. Now, you were telling us about your friend.
Listen, so you'll have to. I'll pass the headset over. So this is, I would say, a rising superstar, but he's already a superstar. Already did the Grand Ole Opry. Nice. You've heard of his dad, probably John Michael Montgomery.
Nice.
And Walker is going to be bigger, right, Walker? We always say. So no, we're blessed to have Walker's a dear friend of our family, a dear friend of just the community. He's been here a ton.
Right.
And I asked him, I said, could you come off tour for a little bit? And if he was off, and I said, could you come over here and flip the coin for the Vallozzi Bowl? He and Julian are friends. He said, I'd love to do it. Nice. And he's an ex-football player, so it didn't have to twist his arm. Now, he is showing off flipping the coin a little bit. He's getting, he did the first one, and now the second one, he's getting even cockier. So I'm a little worried about it.
Going high with it this time.
But I'll pass it over so you can talk to him because huge career on the way.
Okay, John, thank you so much.
Don't
leave. You can stay on here.
Stay on here, man. We'll talk.
All right, Walker.
Yeah, buddy.
So how are things going?
It's going great. Came
All
up
right.
from Nashville last night, and I was planning on coming to the Kentucky game tomorrow. And when John called me for this, and anything to help out the Central Kentucky community, I'm going to be here. I was born and raised in Nicholasville, Kentucky.
Absolutely.
So obviously did a lot of stuff in Lexington and Woodford County Versailles. So it's good to be back for a couple days and hang out with some good friends.
All right, first question. What was it like first time to step on that stage where all those great singers have been, male and female alike, and walk out there the first time?
Well, it's a pretty nerve-wracking feeling, and for debuts, Opry debuts, luckily they let you do a full sound check and stuff like that. So you've already walked out into the circle with the Opry band and sang your songs, done your whole show essentially, because as a debut you get 2 songs. Usually people get 3 songs if you remember or whatever it is.
Okay.
But as a debut you get 2 songs. So you have time during the sound check to do both songs. So you've already done the show. And they really do a good job of kind of wearing you out the whole day, right? So they've got media, and you're doing videos for socials, Instagram and Facebook and stuff.
Right.
So by the time that you actually hit the stage for showtime, you're pretty tired. I mean, you get there at about 11 a.m., 10 a.m., and you keep going until the show's over.
So you're too exhausted to be excited.
Yeah, but I was excited, trust me. But it's the nerves have kind of worn off, and then at the end of the day, you still got a show to put on. It's my job. So you walk out there and just try to put on the best performance that you can, no matter what nerves you got. But the first time, especially during sound check, and it's empty, nobody's in the seats and stuff, it's a really, really special feeling.
Had you pictured yourself as a musician, as a star like that, a country music star?
Oh, good Lord! I've known nothing else my entire life. Okay. So as soon as I got the music bug, probably mid-high school time, sophomore, junior year of high school, I knew that it was what I wanted to do. I knew that it was in my blood, and as he said, I'm an ex-football player, and I knew that wasn't going to work out.
Where'd you play?
Do what?
Where'd you play high
school? I went to
ball?
Lexington School, and then I went to Sayre for high school in Lexington, downtown Lexington. And but so I knew that wasn't going to work out, and it seemed like the girls liked the guitar a little bit. So I just I followed that. It helped out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's going on in your near future?
We're going on tour. We're doing September. We're out with Cody Johnson, who's a big guy right now in country music. We're doing some shows in North Carolina, South Carolina with him. Doing a lot of stuff in Texas with a guy named Aaron Watson. Texas is kind of like its own country down there. They've got their own music and stuff, and we've been really trying to break into that market. It's been going really well. So we've probably done about 50 shows this year, and I'd say 30 of them are in Texas already. So
Amazing.
it's been a good year, but the rest of the year I've had this month off, which has been kind of nice because it's been so busy. But next month, September through October, and even a little bit in November, we're going to be touring heavy.
So what's it like being on the road that long?
Well, it kind of goes back to I know nothing different. When I moved to Nashville, I was raised up here, so I didn't know the Nashville scene, but I knew how to tour just because of Dad. Going on the bus and putting on a show and stuff like that. So I'm used to that, and that's the only reason I do any of it, because going out on stage, seeing people sing your songs, seeing fans discover you, seeing people who have come to shows before, that's what it's all about. That's what really makes it all worth it. So being on the road that long, it makes it nice to come home, but that's what we do it for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You want to give a shout out to anybody while you're here on the air?
Hey, I'm just glad to be in the Central Kentucky area. Thanks for John Urbanowitz. He's a great friend of mine. Julian right here. Vallozzi's obviously a great place, and Amsden Bourbon Bar, Vallozzi's right there. You get 2 great places right in downtown for sales, bringing it to life. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Walker,
thanks,
thank
buddy.
you so
Appreciate
much.
You.
I appreciate you. I tell you what, man, you just got it from all angles, don't you?
I guess so.
Julian and John, we keep talking about those Jays and, the months to watch out for, and then you two guys that come in here. Wow. What a story. What
That's
a story.
great.
Right here in Nicholasville, Versailles, surrounding area. That's just good partnerships, good friendships.
It really is. And I will
that.
tell you, the people here, I have to travel with Morgan and Morgan. I have to travel across the country. We're in all 50 states. And so I could literally live anywhere in the U.S. I choose here because the people are great, the community is great, and we're blessed enough to have events like today.
Sure.
Now I feel a little jinxed with the rain 2 years in a row, but it looks now like we're going to have some football pretty soon.
It'll be beautiful.
It's going to be great, and it's cooled down a little bit.
Cooled down a little bit.
I did that for you.
The crumb rubber out there under that turf. I mean, the heat down there on the field is probably
it's hot.
12 to 15 degrees
Yeah, it's hot. But the boys look so excited. They're ready for the season.
Yeah.
And so we're just happy to be here and blessed to be here.
All right, so looking forward as far as the restaurant goes. What's coming up in the near future?
So we have obviously horse sales and race seasons coming up. We do have a wine dinner in mid-September with Barbara Banke, who owns Stone Street Winery and Stone Street Farm. So that'll be September 16th. People can call and hold a seat for that. It's going to be fun. Barbara will be there. And then our 1-year anniversary is coming up that same week.
Nice.
Yeah, so nice. We're excited. And like John said, we're so happy. We couldn't have landed in a better community. It's really we're just so happy to be here. Yeah. The way that we've been embraced as an out of state operator, the way that we've been embraced by the community is just amazing.
And people are finding out about this place. They've known about it for a long time, but they're moving to Central Kentucky because the people are different. And what's different about them? They're friendly.
They're nice.
They're going to wave at you on a Saturday morning, or Thursday afternoon coming home from work. And that's just what Kentucky is really about, along with all the natural beauty that's here.
Absolutely.
But our levels of education, our high schools in these areas, tremendous scores when they get them at the end of the year.
Great.
And education is on the rise.
And by the way, your school's in Mercer County, beautiful. Holy cow. I was there not too long ago for a basketball tournament.
Absolutely.
I couldn't get over how great it was.
Well, a small community right next to us in the same county, Bergen Independent School Systems. Incredible system. I mean, it is. It's much smaller, but great leadership and great teachers there.
Yeah.
But, Kentucky's a nice place to be. Especially from folks that have been other places,
Absolutely.
Larger MSAs, if you will.
We jokingly say we're trying to get Julian down here, but we got to find him a Kentucky girl to keep him down here. It's got so many restaurants up in Pennsylvania. We do too.
I hope that happens.
We do.
But, it's a family thing, as you referred to earlier.
It is. But I'll tell you what, my own mother wants me to move to Kentucky. She said,
if your listeners are looking for an owner of a restaurant, right in. All right,
there you go. Walk right in and take it by the helm and go with it. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for this sponsorship and the opportunity that we've had to talk and share your conversations with the listening community. But it's going to be a beautiful evening, and we're just glad that Vallozzi's is part of this, and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you. And I'll tell you, we really appreciate the partnership with Mercer County, and we love everything about Harrodsburg, and would love if you haven't been to Vallozzi's, come visit us. If you haven't been to Versailles, we're over in your neck of the woods a lot of times. Come over and visit us. We'd welcome you with open arms.
Awesome. I had several conversations this week about where everybody always asks, where's Mercer play? Well, we're playing in Versailles. Well, why Versailles? I said, well, it's a Vallozzi Bowl. We have a contract and so forth. And what's Vallozzi's? Very next question.
Yep.
So I remember enough from your interview with me last year that I'm able to talk about it.
Well, thank you so much.
And so many people, when I say the old bank building downtown, they instantly know what we're talking about.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we welcome everybody. We're excited about it. We're proud of it. And let's play some football.
Yeah, let's play some football. John, thank you so much. John Rabinowitz.
Thank you.
Julian Vallozzi, thank you so
Pleasure.
much. You guys have a great evening.
You as well.
Okay, we're going to send it back to the station. We are live here at Woodford County Stadium in Versailles, Kentucky. And we're going to take another 3-minute break and check on our weather delay, and we'll have that information for you as we return.
It's here. It's new. Filled with the best wide selection of vehicles just for you.
Right at Field Used Car Factory.
7 acres of pre-owned elite inventory makes them the largest deal maker around.
Right at Field Used Car Factory.
So come on down to Nicholsville off US 27 to Vince Drive. Then you've arrived at the new
Right at Field Used Car Factory.
Buy with confidence straight from the factory. Take a virtual tour at
RightAtFieldUsedCarFactory.com.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Yes, Radio Rick.
It's the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
We're back Monday evenings from 6 o'clock until 7 with interviews with the head football coaches from Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, Garrett County, Lincoln County, Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and UK head coach Mark Stoops.
We'll broadcast live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen.
The DQ of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
What does it mean to believe in something, to truly support and get behind it, to be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better. First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Located in Harrodsburg at the corner of College and Childs.
Dunn's Barbecue and Catering, located in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork. All sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Dunn's Catering and Barbecue. 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, like Uncle Herb always used to say.
It's not barbecue until it's done.
Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Now through August 31st, take advantage of supplier pricing for all on new Chevys in stock. Plus, ask your Bob Allen sales representative on how you could qualify for additional rebates. Supplier pricing for all, now through August 31st at Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com.
All right, welcome back here to Woodford County at the Falling Spring Sports Complex in the midst of a weather delay here in the opening game of the Vallozzi Bowl. Mercer County and Simon Kenton still in a weather delay, trying to get an update as far as on the time. The delay began with a lightning strike, and obviously, Todd, 30 minutes of stoppage, and there was another one, and so I'm not quite sure.
I think there's been several, actually, and so we've got one that's kind of southeast of Versailles or Versailles, and then one's just a little bit north of us as well, and so I think the issue is the one that's kind of south of us that we can't see up here in this press box.
Gotcha. So the score right now is Simon Kenton 8 and Mercer County 0. 5:29 on your Thompson Service Center scoreboard here in the first quarter as Titans fumbled the opening kickoff. Simon Kenton picked it up and ran a couple plays, picked up a first down on 4th and 1, then had a big quarterback sack for the Titans by J.J. Goodman, put them in behind the chains. Mercer was able to hold them, take over down around the 14-yard line, come up short of the first down, had to punt it away. Terrific punt by Daniel Butler. Pinned them way back down around their 14-yard line. Remember, Todd, is like a 58-yard punt, I believe you said. 57. And then, but then Simon Kenton picked up a long pass play that gave them about 40 yards into Mercer territory and kind of went up tempo and took it down and scored. And as we were getting ready for the kickoff, the lightning delay began. So that's kind of like where we stand at currently here. There is another game scheduled after this game. Woodford County, the host school, and Paul Lawrence Dunbar scheduled to start in the second game tonight. And appreciate everyone sticking with us. We've got the hyped up team here is Corey and his wife broadcasting out for us across Facebook and YouTube channel. So as we want to give a big shout out there, Corey. I'm trying to see there. You got your sponsors up on your screen. Campbellsville University Harrodsburg. Big Deals Online Store. Help me out there, Todd. Who else you got up there?
I can't see it.
So we got Campbellsville University here.
Caresburg University.
Campbellsville University.
Big Deals Online Store. Mercer County Tourism. That was the one I couldn't read. And Home Improvement and Home Supply. I'm sorry.
And the lodge.
At the lodge at Logan Vineyards. Yep. So we appreciate all those folks. So Dan had the opportunity to talk some culinary. What about it?
I mean, you guys remember the interview I had with John Rabinowitz last year over at our stadium when the Woodford game was moved over there, and the Vallozzi Bowl was technically moved over there for that Saturday afternoon game, which was just a beautiful setting that day at Alvis Johnson Stadium. But for them to also bring in Walker Montgomery, I mean, this is a star. He's not rising. I mean, he's landed and growing, and I mean, that's exciting. What a career!
Yeah.
And of course, his uncle Eddie Montgomery, very well known throughout the Harrodsburg and Danville community. And then, of course, his father. I remember he had a restaurant here as well, Michael Montgomery. So they've always dabbled a little bit in the restaurant business, but I think Walker's just going to focus on his music, if you will. But to be able to talk to Julian Vallozzi himself, and we talked about that with John last year about those family-created recipes and how they've sustained that and brought that here to Versailles, Kentucky. I mean, that's tradition. And if you know anything about Italian, Sicilian lifestyles, food styles, and so forth, that's important. And you can tell Mama's behind the machine, if you will.
I know it's a style I appreciate and like very much.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't want to downplay the sloppy Joe that they're offering down here at the end of the table, because I tasted it.
It's
tasty.
got some
sweet peppers in it. It's a different take on it, but I'll tell you what, I don't think I've eaten today, and man, it's really, really good. But I want to thank these folks for their hospitality and so forth. But I'm just hoping we can get refocused here and do what we do best athletically and as a football team, and bring this into scope and come out of here with a victory this evening.
Just got a text from Billy Montgomery. He said, don't forget another Montgomery you guys know, one of our number one fans, Mercer County board member, but he's a distant relative of the Montgomery. So
that's crazy.
That's what I've known Billy for years.
Well, can we share? Can we share
did not
once
know
again
that.
Some Billy Montgomery lore? I never will forget in 2000, I think it was 9. We were up in the booth calling a game there at home, and it looked like a field goal was close, and we said something to Billy, who was down there in his golf cart. Of course, it was cold weather. It was playoff weather, and he was zipped in and everything. And we said something to the effect of, well, Billy's pretty close down there. I wonder if he could give us a call. About that time, you see the zipper being unzipped, a little flap door opening. Billy steps out and gives the no good signal. Wide right. I will never forget that. Just a classic in the history of these two and now combined storied programs in Mercer County.
So I'll go back. Billy actually coached me when Babe Ruth still existed years ago, and I'll never.
Not the actual guy.
No, not the guy.
I was thinking first.
I'm not that old, but so I'm 14, 15 years old, and I'll never forget Big John Smith, Donald Wayne Smith's dad.
Yes,
was the umpire and had that old-fashioned big pillowed chest protector, and he would sit back there and. Not many people question calls with Big John.
No.
But he loved being around kids, and so it's just great memories going back to those days.
It sure is. And all of those programs: baseball, basketball, football. We were talking about girls athletics on the way up here. The uprising popularity of volleyball, women's volleyball, and I just learned in the car that your daughter is very competitive at that level now.
Yeah, it's the volleyball team's done great so far. Started off 3-0 and had their first loss against West Jessamine last night. And West is a very solid team. Mercer, very competitive, and so they're fairly young and inexperienced. So when I say inexperienced and young, I mean that you don't have a lot of players that have varsity experience, and so. they're continuing to learn, and you see that growth every day. But then they're very athletic, and they are competing extremely well so far this year, and look for a great season.
Well, as I told you in the car at Campbellsville University Harrodsburg, we have hired our ladies volleyball coach, and she came on board too late to acquire any recruits in this year's field of recruits, and so she's recruiting for the following season. But I talked to her today, and she's got like 5 commits already. So we'd like to have about 25 young ladies in that program, and I think it's really going to be good, especially right off the bat with the young girls that are local, and it's a great sport, and we're excited about that in many ways.
Yeah. So I don't think if you don't know the game of volleyball, and a friend of ours was there the other night and saw it for the first time, looked at us and said, I never would have dreamt how physical this game is.
It is.
And it is. I mean, diving and, rolling, and it's just, and some of the balls that are hit, just extremely hard.
One of the best times I ever had, my wife and I, we played in a co-ed league with other friends on our team, and the teams we played against we were friends with and so forth. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it is a really blast. It's a game you can. Yeah, it's a game you can play for a lifetime, kind of like pickleball.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that earlier, so I'm assuming as long ago that you were involved with pickleball, that you were probably in on the inception of it in the very beginning. What was that? In the 20s?
I learned pickleball when I was at Western Kentucky University. My first go around before I went into teaching and had to go back and get my student teaching done. But that was back in the late '80s, early '90s, and we were taught pickleball and how to teach the game, and it was just a blast. And we played on a gym floor, and you can pretty much play it anywhere that you can put up a net and has a solid surface. But it can be extremely fun.
We are reaching new heights here. You remember the delayed broadcast that we had over at Boyle County that year?
I was thinking about that earlier.
We talked about everything from golf to go-karts.
Yeah.
And
trying to pull people in from
I'm sitting here talking about the Sweet Peppers and the Sloppy Joe, and you're talking about pickleball. We've really reached a new plateau.
I think so.
We three. We really have. But this is fabulous. Oh, and let's talk about some of the new stadiums around the area.
Hey, before you start on that.
Yeah, I was going to say we cut Gary off a second ago.
I've got some breaking news here.
Uh-oh.
A lot of y'all have been talking and jabbering and I don't know what. Probably the most exciting thing going on is straight out over the 35-yard line. If you look all the way out over there are 2 guys on a platform. Well, now they're down off the platform. They are racing like remote control vehicles. I've never seen a dirt park kind of set up like this. And there's jumps in it, and you see the dust flying from these remote control vehicles, and every now and then you'll see them just going airborne about 3 feet in the air.
It's like motocross with remote control vehicles, huh?
But it's like a miniature, like you said, motocross course. And you see these, there's 2 or 3 guys there, I can't tell for sure, but you'll see the dust kick up, and all of a sudden you see one of them going airborne. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would have never noticed that had you not pointed it out.
When I first saw it, I thought it was like a skateboard
park. Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting to see, but now you see one of them going, and he's getting ready. There he goes. Coming around. Kind of slow there. There we go. There we go. Pretty nice.
That one got a little air, a little fast and furious.
Interesting. That's my interesting thing while y'all been rambling here. So
3 more minutes of lightning strike, and we're going to take you to the moon.
The crazy thing is and I know everybody's asking, people are texting, wanting to know, but we keep asking, is there a time limit or time what we're going to start, get back to playing, and nobody knows.
Yeah, and unfortunately, every time they see a sign of lightning, and technically if they hear thunder, so it's changed over the years to where if you could see lightning, it was 30 minutes. But then now sometimes they even say thunder because you can't have thunder without lightning. But thunder travels a long way, so it's it's one of those, and I know they look at radar and so forth, but and it's the same thing that happened last year. Looking at the radar, these storms, they pop up, and they basically stationary, and they kind of grow and shrink and then grow again, and just it's crazy this time of year. But
Gary, now we're in the booth with Bill Meck. When'd you take up the weather forecasting deal, huh?
It's my favorite class in school.
Yeah. It's like that commercial where they do wonders with a green screen.
That's right. Yes.
All right. Hey, let's take a break. We'll send it back to studio, take some more commercials. We're in the middle of a weather delay. It's currently Simon Kenton 8, Mercer County 0 with 5:29 to go in the opening quarter on your Thompson Service Center scoreboard. And we'll come back in 3 minutes on your hometown radio network.
Put the overlay graphic, actually, the weather delay. I saw that. So if people weren't just sitting there going, wow. I didn't realize we were.
Well, we'll keep it here.
I didn't realize we were on air earlier on video.
As the two guys are partaking into some food, as we supplied with some food up here in the press box, which is always good to have. Both teams are back in the locker rooms. Coaches standing outside the locker room, officials, and they are starting to walk back out towards the field a little bit. The officials are, so maybe that's a good sign. But crowd had to vacate the bleachers and get off all the metal seating, everything around the area for safety and precautions. So it's a good crowd on hand. Mercer County as well always has a really nice following, and good crowd up here at the Vallozzi Bowl. So, Dan, you were saying something there about some we were talking on the way up here, and we could continue to talk about that. Some new stadiums, new fields around the area.
Well, the first one I want to bring up is the Paris Greyhound Stadium. That pumpkin orange turf, I think you referred to it as. I don't know, guys. I don't know about playing on orange turf like that. Huh? I really don't. I don't mean that negative, but it's definitely dynamic, and it looks beautiful. The aerial shots they had of it that you all sent to me. And then, of course, we've got Casey County, which has just totally revamped everything. Beautiful turf. And then Garrett County as well.
Yep. But so, poke some fun at myself here. So the orange actually looks like green. So had I not known it was Paris, I would have thought it was just light green.
Is that right?
Yeah. But, so it, looking at that, but, you were talking about the aerial shots, but the one that I liked the most, I think, was the one that had the gymnasium, that circular gymnasium they've got, and you could see the school. It just it really highlighted the whole grounds there at Paris Independent, and looks really, really nice.
Let's talk about those surfaces, and let's talk about the future there in Mercer County. I mean, I really don't see that in the forecast for Mercer to go to the turf.
And I don't know how Coach Yeast feels about it. Of course, his career, he's played on a mixture of everything. Right. And so it would be interesting to have that conversation with him, which one he prefers, and so forth. And there's pros and cons to both, right? I know Coach Buchanan, when he was here, he just loved the grass. And when you've got a nice grass field, I don't think you can beat it.
Well, especially with the Bermuda, it thrives in this temperature.
Right. And so,
aside from that, it's beautiful after the first frost when it turns
turns
beautiful
brown.
beige.
And, go back to 2006 when we were painting, and the paint was freezing as it hit the ground. But on that brown grass, but man, it really pops when you transition to blue or red paint for the lines instead of white. Right. Sometimes, and we've done that. I know Danville did that over the years, and so Danville, long history of a grass field that's very
remarkable,
spectacular.
And we got to give a shout out to Brian Sims, because I thought that our field last week was as beautiful as it had ever been. Yep. It was simple. Everything was the numbers were blue, the arrows, and then you had the faint white lines out there, and it was just simply beautiful.
Yep.
So you're talking about the fields and different ones, and when 2 years ago we went to Southwestern, and we'll be going back there this year. and you're starting to see a lot of these stadiums put in these new lights, and we saw that at Southwestern 2 years ago, and I think sounds like Kentucky has done something like that at Kroger Field.
Yeah, LED lights where they can do all kinds of light shows, and
so that's going to be interesting. But when Southwestern and I believe Pulaski County both got new fields at the same time. We all know Somerset has the colorful field that they've had several years, and Lincoln County got a new turf field, I believe, this year that they opened up with.
That just, last week.
Their bowl game last week that they debuted. So, but then and I think back. I'm going to call Albus Johnson Field Stadium a traditional field. Just the essence of being what you would look for in a grass field, and the surroundings of it and all that. And I think a couple others that kind of jump to my mind about that is I always liked the Marion County field.
Yep.
It's got
between the hedges
around it. It's got the neat little atmosphere around through there and stuff. And I don't know what else other older type fields come to mind to y'all. Of course, Danville obviously has had a really traditional type field too as well for many years.
And so when Sam Hart left Anderson and went to Danville, they were one of the first in our area to have the Bermuda, and so we always loved going to play there. But then as he transitioned to Danville, I can't remember if Danville had Bermuda at the time, but that's when he brought in. They had a great group of guys, Holtzclaw and Gadberry that were over there, and
was it Danny Godby?
Gadberry.
Yep.
Yeah. And so just and I can remember when I was at Mercer and helping take care of the fields. Danny was one. He was a resource I called and talked to on a regular basis.
Say what you will, but when Mercer County brought the Bermuda to the old original field out there,
yes,
I never will forget when I was still coaching at Harrodsburg. We drove in there on a night very similar to tonight. The sun was low on the horizon, and when we reached the top of the hill, I looked over, and I don't think I'd ever I'd never seen anything that was that pretty at the time. I mean, it was just every blade was perfect, and you guys had it marked up beautifully, and I mean, it was stellar. I mean, it was so far ahead of its time there locally.
Yeah. It's a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it can look extremely nice, and so.
And it was always exciting in the spring. I remember my first year at Mercer County. They said we're going to go out and burn the football field. I'm like, what?
Things have changed.
And we literally, because it was covered in straw for the winter season, and we literally all had those butane lighters and just got in a row of coaches and went down through there and got it started, and it just took care of itself. And that
slow burn, And so the theory behind that was the heat from the fire would
stimulate
the Bermuda, and so then it would start to grow, and then it would freeze again because it's Harrodsburg, right? So, but those things have changed over the years with the migration and then just the design of Bermuda grass. I remember doing sprigs with a new one called Patriot, and it was supposed to be more cold resistant, and you didn't have to burn it, and so it was a lot easier to take care of. But what you dealt with when you put the straw on there, you always had to deal with weeds,
right?
And so you had to spray heavily for those, and you still had to spray, and it's a lot different taking care of Bermuda than it is, like fescue. So,
now a lot of golf courses now have switched from the Bermuda because it goes dormant.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't like it in the fall and early spring.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of places have gone to, I guess they call it the blue Bermuda or blue Muda or something like that.
Cross bloom.
It stays the green looking throughout the time, and so it's I think been a huge swing in terms of how golf course superintendents have looked at it. So.
And a grass that well known for Kentucky. I mean, the bluegrass state, and bluegrass is it's a lot like Bermuda. So it'll go dormant in the winter, like like Bermuda does. But
it's gone dormant this summer.
But everything's gone dormant, right? But when it's thriving, especially in the little bit cooler climate, man, it is such a beautiful grass. And we talk about stripes and so forth. It is one of the best ones for striping.
Yep. All right, well, we are still in the middle of a weather delay.
If we're talking about grass.
We've reached an all-time.
People tuned in on the radio, turned in to 99.5, and are like, what is
they
going
think they're
on
listening
here?
to public radio, Tell me more about the bluegrass.
Currently, it's Simon Kenton 8 and Mercer County 0. 5:29 to go, opening quarter here on your Thompson Service Center scoreboard. We'll send it back to the studio, take a break, and let's return back in 3 minutes on your hometown radio network.
My name is Chase Harrington, and I'm from Nicholasville, Kentucky. Singing for about 7 years. When I got into performance, I came to Studio G. I've been learning how to look good on stage, how to bring out my voice more in the songs that I sing, how to get confidence. I hear an immense difference in my voice compared to when I started coming here.
Studio G is the performing arts place. To learn more, call 859-734-4394. Studio G. The G stands for growth.
Exciting news. Mercer Outfitters has a new location in Harrodsburg. We are now located at 320 South College Street. We are your ultimate destination for casual and workwear. Brands ranging from Ariat, Red Wing, Carhartt, Cinch, and many more. Gear up this school year with the new Huey backpack. And of course, we have you covered with a great selection of Ariat jeans. Stop by and shop local. Mercer Outfitters at 320 South College Street.
Harrisburg Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto center providing a wide range of tire and auto care services. They provide customers with tires of all brands and sizes. Harrisburg Tire and Automotive can accommodate vehicles from small cars to dually trucks. They offer a lot of auto maintenance services, including brakes, front-end work, alignments, engine repairs, computer diagnostics, tune-ups, oil changes, and so much more. North College Street next to Napa. Give them a call, 734-4563, 734-4563 for Harrisburg Tire.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. It's game time, and at Essity, we support our local high school teams. If you're cheering from Titletown for Danville, Boyle County, or DCA, or in Harrodsburg rooting for the Titans or the Bulldogs, or supporting those Golden Lions of GC and Lancaster, remember that Essity is on your team. 70% of our employees reside in these fine communities, and we are your biggest fans. That's Essity, ESSITY.com.
Are you considering a new home purchase or maybe a remodel? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Jason Tyler. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. As part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-734-3316 and let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank is Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's need, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
You're listening to 1420 The Rooster.
And welcome back as we're back here at the Falling Springs Sport Complex, Woodford County, as the Titans are in the midst of a weather delay against Simon Kenton, 8-0. Simon Kenton on top here in the first quarter when the game was stopped probably close to an hour ago. As kickoff was scheduled at 6 o'clock, it got moved back to 6:15, and we are now at 7:30. So been probably a little bit over an hour, Todd, I guess, by that way.
That it has.
So you are listening to Titans football on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM, and what just happened?
Dano broke his glasses. So.
Which pair?
sunglasses.
How many pairs did he bring?
He's got 6 pair for the for the broadcast. See different levels here, but then it was his sunglasses that broke.
Goodness,
it's all good.
We're at the Vallozzi Bowl here at Woodford County at week number 2 in the season, and big crowd here on hand. Next game coming up, I think most of the looks like Dunbar's already got here as well, and so the second game is Paul Lawrence Dunbar and Woodford County in the nightcap. It's a good thing both of those two teams don't have to drive home very far.
Yeah, that is right. That is right. So again, Simon Kenton, they drew the late game last year with Woodford and stuck around here for probably 2.5 hours, and they were going to try to start the game late, and never really got a good opportunity to even start warming up, and so they left, and about 20 to 30 minutes after they left, everything started clearing up, but never got to reschedule that game, so they weren't able to play on the Saturday where we played Dunbar over at our place. But yeah, it's a little bit further to travel for those guys.
So let's look a little bit further down the schedule after tonight. Mercer County next week then travels on the road to Shelby County. Is that correct? That's right, right?
That's correct.
You are correct.
Shelby County tonight is hosting Oldham County in their week 2 game. I think they opened up with Collins High School last week. And so Mercer will take on Shelby County. Both of you all know very well Shelby County's new coach.
Who's that?
Josh Jaggers.
Josh Jaggers.
Oh, I did not know that. Well,
write that one down, buddy.
Point number 1.
It's on the board. Gary and Dan 1, Todd 0.
Playing a trivia game here now. So, Josh taking over in his first year
What's
at Shelby
County's
County.
nickname?
Rockets.
There you go.
So, Coach Jaggers was at Lincoln County last year in a game against the Titans, and so now Mercer will face him. Titans played Shelby County last year at home and got that victory, so interesting to see.
There's another tie to Shelby County, Harrodsburg tie, one that you'll probably recognize. Grew up same age as me and played ball against us and with us throughout the years, and that's Timmy Pardee.
True.
Yep. He was actually helping coach the basketball team last year, so it's the first time I'd gotten to see him in quite a few years. When I first started working at KDE and with all the PE teachers, I was the first time I'd seen him probably since we'd gotten out of college, and but then got to see him on the floor, so went out and got to spend some time with him. So it was great to see him.
His father, Jim Pardee, was one of my Babe Ruth coaches.
Yes.
Yeah. He loved baseball.
His mom Doris, who worked at Walmart for years.
Trivia question: where'd she work before that?
No idea.
On Main Street.
Broadus's.
Bingo.
Yep. Actually, my mom worked there for a while.
A couple other games of note on the schedule this week. Pulaski County is at Danville, and they're playing that game at Center College. And then Mercer hosts Danville the following week, so it'll be week 4 at home.
But you start looking down through there, and Shelby County is going to be I think a good matchup, and then you've got Southwestern and Madison Southern, and so tough upper half of the schedule for Mercer County, but win or lose, if they take advantage of the competition, that prepares them for those district games, and then further into postseason play.
We'll be going to Madison Southern. What was the school we went to last year? It was my first trip there ever, and I didn't realize it was in Berea. Was it Madison?
That was Madison Southern. So they should be at home this year.
What a beautiful complex they had down there. I never will forget that.
Yep.
Looked like a small college, but they'll be coming to us this year. But
Madison Southern is right down the road from Berea.
Right.
Yep.
They were such nice people. I mean, beautiful facility down there. Do you remember the time that we covered the game at Madison Central? And the National Guard helicopter, we were trying to figure out what they were doing.
If I remember right, that was one of the first games that I had done that we had played on a turf field.
Yeah,
because that was, I think, their first year of having it, and it was like week 2 and maybe the inaugural game on their field that year.
It was funny because we were driving in and I saw this National Guard chopper. I mean, he was just buzzing around the parking lot, and I said, "Hey, Gary, their field must be right next to the armory over here." Well, it was the helicopter that he was practicing his flyover for the national anthem. Well, the funny thing was, he missed the national anthem and he flew over on America the Beautiful. But anyway, it's still pretty spectacular. And then there was a young lady that had been on American Idol that sang the national anthem. Did a marvelous job. We wound up interviewing her at halftime. Yeah. But, we've done some funny stuff.
Well, you go back to Bull County, and we had that 3-hour weather delay, and we have progressed. So you were talking about how we've progressed, but if you'll remember, then we were trying to get people to come in out of the parking lot to sing, and then you get Walker Montgomery now. So
you're exactly right.
So we stepped our game up.
We have. We got people coming to us. Oh man.
Goodness. So after Madison Southern, then we started into district play. Titans this year will have 2 home games and 1 away game in the district, and so we'll have at Marion County to open district play, and then Casey County and Garrett County at home would be the other 2 games there. So
I was kind of hoping we'd go to Garrett again, but just to play on that field. But it's good to see them get that field built at their new site. I know that's been a long time coming for them, and still play the basketball games over at the old school, which is now their middle school. But and that's where we played volleyball the other night as well. But it's great to see them getting the opportunity to build that field.
Todd, your little remote control racers over there are really getting after it.
Yeah, dust is a-flying, isn't it?
It is, I'm telling you.
So we can walk over there and be remote, and we could call the race.
I'm going to give you $1. I want to put it on the dark blue one because he seems to be the best one. Okay, so let's talk college football. The season has opened. It's wide open. Kentucky tomorrow evening. What out-of-state school are they starting with?
Southern Miss.
Southern Mississippi.
Okay.
Yep. So you remember the last time they played them, their former offensive coordinator was the offensive coordinator at Southern Miss, and actually ended up upsetting UK first game of the year.
Sure enough.
So,
do you remember his name?
I can see his face, and I'm drawing a blank right now.
Tony?
Nope.
Shannon Dawson.
Shannon Dawson.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
So, the interesting thing I saw, an article I read the other day was 12 games, college football season. Kentucky was the underdog in 7 of the 12 games.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So when you take in mind they play 4 non-conference games, they were only favored in 3 of those non-conference games. So they only had 2 games and SEC opponents that they were favored against. Who do you think those 2 opponents are?
Vanderbilt.
That's correct.
Tennessee.
Oh.
I'm going to say
Kentucky was favored to beat now. That's what I'm saying. Vanderbilt was one. That is correct.
Ole Miss?
I want to say Mississippi State.
No, they're too big.
South Carolina was the other one.
South Carolina. That's right.
But Louisville was actually favored as of right now to beat Kentucky. So Kentucky had 3 non-conference games outside of the Louisville game, and then so favored to win 5 of the games before the season starts. kind of.
How were they favored, need I ask, on their trip down to Texas?
I think it didn't give a point spread. It gave like the percentage.
Yeah. Right.
I believe that was the biggest spread of that. I think Texas was maybe like in the high 80%. Now a lot of there was maybe 2 or 3 games that were one team was favored by 55%. So I mean it's kind of a toss up really if you wanted to look at it like that. But the Texas game was the big one. Georgia game was another obviously big one. And I believe Oklahoma was another one.
Yeah,
I believe it was. I think.
Unfortunately, we don't play Oklahoma this year.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't Oklahoma? Who's the other one? Maybe might have been Tennessee because I think it's at Tennessee, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see Texas and Oklahoma and how that impacts the SEC overall.
So what will this do to the Red River shootouts? It will be no more. The traditional Texas-Oklahoma game the week before Thanksgiving?
It may be because, everybody is keeping one common, I think, opponent that's going to be on their schedule every year. There might be 2. But I would think that they would have kept – because I know like Alabama and Auburn is on their schedule every year.
Yep.
And
Kentucky, Tennessee.
You'd think Texas and Oklahoma would probably be put on there.
I would say so,
yeah. Because that's just a huge game.
But it is. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow night to see. It's going to be a new quarterback, new running back,
new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and so a lot of interesting things to see. And there was a story that one of the offensive linemen said that actually transferred from Tennessee and is, I think, starting for Kentucky tomorrow night. That he thought Kentucky's offense right now was more up tempo than Tennessee's was.
Really,
that was. I mean, if this was NASCAR we saw out here a while ago with Simon Kenton going, that was Indy 500 that we watched when Tennessee and Kentucky played.
Right.
But that was an interesting statement, I thought.
Yeah,
so it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it's going to be a fun year. But, a lot of talk about the defense and how strong they are, or they're predicted to be. So, they picked up some good transfers and then had some younger guys step into roles as well. But then, got some returners. So, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how things play out. And
I may have to dig out my old Texas ball cap.
So, all right. Well, we are still in the midst of a weather delay, still getting no time on an update in terms of where we're at. Currently at about an hour and 25-minute delay right now, I believe, somewhere in that neighborhood. The delay happened just a little bit before 6:30. It was, and it is currently Simon Kenton 8, Mercer County 0. So still waiting to hear as both teams are in the field house across the way. Coaches are walking around over on the side over there, and the officials went down to the hospitality tents down there and had their halftime meal. And so we'll see if we can kind of get some updates, but we're just kind of
hanging out
and jabbering on. So we'll see where we're at. We'll take a break. Let's send it back to the studio. Good folks back there hanging with us as you're listening to Mercer County Titans football on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM, streaming live on hometownlive.net. Let's return back in 3 minutes on your Hometown Radio Network.
Throughout its history, Hitachi Astemo Americas has been synonymous with safety, quality, and continuous improvement. Adhering to these values has enabled us to succeed as an innovative supplier of world-class products to the global automotive market. With over 1,000 employees at our Harrodsburg facility, we strive each day to exceed the expectations of our customers. Find out more about our opportunities at careers.hitachi.com. Hitachi Astemo Americas is an equal opportunity employer.
Harrisburg Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto center providing a wide range of tire and auto care services. They provide customers with tires of all brands and sizes. Harrisburg Tire and Automotive can accommodate vehicles from small cars to dually trucks. They offer a lot of auto maintenance services, including brakes, front-end work, alignments, engine repairs, computer diagnostics, tune-ups, oil changes, and so much more. North College Street next to Napa. Give them a call, 734-4563, 734-4563 for Harrisburg Tire.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? Our mission is to provide comprehensive banking products and services for our customers and to invest in the Kentucky communities where we live. Whitaker Bank is a reliable partner, guiding you towards solid decisions for today's evolving environment and for the challenges you may face tomorrow. We are committed to building long-term relationships with our customers and the communities we serve. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Yes, Radio Rick.
It's the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
We're back Monday evenings from 6 o'clock until 7 with interviews with the head football coaches from Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, Garrett County, Lincoln County, Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and UK head coach Mark Stoops.
We'll broadcast live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen.
The DQ of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Now through August 31st, take advantage of supplier pricing for all on new GMCs in stock. Plus, ask your Bob Allen sales representative on how you could qualify for additional rebates. Supplier pricing for all now through August 31st at Bob Allen GMC, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
April Ellis, 101 Business Solutions.
We offer what you need to get your business running. If you need help designing social media posts, we can do that. You need a paper towel dispenser installed, we can do that too. Checks and journals, pens, everything you need to keep your business going each day. That's what we do. You can just give us a call, 734-2726. You can